ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to these. These right here are going to be some NXT Takeover London thoughts. I was lucky enough to attend not one, but two NXT shows this past week. I went to the house show in Sheffield on Saturday night, which was absolutely fucking brilliant, and then even better was this show on Wednesday. We were live at Wembley Arena, 10,000 screaming Brits on hand. I had not the best seats in the world. In fact, they're on the screen right now. I'll show you both my seats. The ones on Saturday were far superior, but these ones, I didn't mind that at all. No idea where the commentators were for this one. I know there was commentary, but I've no idea where they were. So what I've done is decided to go back and watch the show again. I'll tell you a few things that I thought watching it, differences watching it live and differences watching it on the network. We kick off with Triple H in the ring. He says that he may have got his ass whooped at TLC, but he would have to be dead before he missed this show. That was a nice little thing. It's interesting that he didn't come out to any music on the night. It was almost like he was smuggled out, like they wanted it to be a surprise. So he was sort of dug down. He had 4 guys with him in black, so you couldn't make out who it was. And then when those lights came on, like it was in the ring, what you saw on the screen was like what we saw. Didn't know who it was, and then bam, lights come on. There's Triple H, and you're like, no fucking way. There's the game. So that was a nice little touch. Just one thing I need to point out before we go on is my sign of the night. There weren't that many signs there. My sign of the night was a guy I saw on the outside before I went into the arena, and he had a sign that said, "God help me, I'm becoming an Eva Marie fan." That guy was the most hated guy there, I reckon. It was absolutely fantastic. Before the Takeover show began, they taped 2 dark matches, taped 2 matches for NXT this week. So the guy whose name escapes me, right? There's a guy who he's been coming out. He's been showing the vignettes for him with a guitar. It's him. He beat Bull Dempsey in a nothing match. It was so bad, so short. I went for a piss during it. As soon as Bull Dempsey came out, meh, don't care in the slightest. So, but the highlight of that one was, the highlight before the show was a 4 tag team match that you have to see to believe. If it comes across even half as well on screen as it did being there live. Let's put it this way, I'm sure you guys have already seen this already, but Gable and Jordan are just a little bit over in this country. Just a tiny little bit. I wish, I took a clip of their entrance. I wish I could show you guys. In fact, there's a link down below. It's set on public on my Facebook, so anyone can see it. Go and have a look at it. It's that the pop that they get is that loud, you can't hear their entrance music. Let's put it that way. And then they've got 10,000 rabid fans chanting, "Jordan, Jordan, 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 Gable, Gable, Gable," with pure joy in their hearts. It's wonderful. We did this on Saturday night. I've heard they did it for 10 minutes at Blackpool on Sunday. I know for a fact that my friend James was there. On Monday in Nottingham, they did it there. This was wonderful. I hope so much it comes across as good. I mean, the actual match is actually a really good match as well. It's got flips, it's got dives, it's got good tag team wrestling, all that jazz. Anyway, our opening contest is Asuka defeating Emma in a good opener. Dana Brooke has got a new darker entrance attire. I like that. I like Emma's blue makeup as well. So I just want to talk on in this one and the next match about a couple of chants, because I've had a lot of messages on Facebook and on Twitter, and I've seen a lot of reviews of this show where people have been saying, this is especially Americans, I'm afraid, but they are saying that the chants that we were chanting were disrespectful. I'm going to straight off the bat say that this was pure shit. Is that we weren't trying to get ourselves over, weren't being disrespectful, just enjoying ourselves, and I genuinely believe that these chants made the matches better. So the Asuka's gonna kill you chant from the start is fantastic. The fuck her up Asuka, fuck her up chant, we like that one, and the thingy, this is wrestling, obviously, is one that I don't like, but you know, we'll go on with it. So don't ask me why. I expect this to not be a very good match. I wouldn't have had it as my opener, but that's just me. The wrestling is crisp, Emma looked great. The match was a lot stiffer than I was expecting as well, and featured a lot of really good technical stuff on the mat. If Asuka wants to use her ass as a weapon, I'm not going to complain. She does that butt bash off the apron, for example. She did it later on in the ring. I know some people will fucking hate it. It makes me smile, and that is when the girls go outside, referee starts utilising a 10 count, as is his way, as is his want, yeah, It's a very much a progress thing over here in this country. Referee shouts 1, the fans chant 2. Referee chants 2, the fans chant 3. And so on and so on. If he gets to 9, we all start, people will shout out, ring the bell. Or on this night, even better, they started doing Ty Dillinger's 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I thought that's hilarious. It makes me smile. But that's the one that I can understand if people don't like it. It's like I say, it's a progress thing. We do it Chris Roberts. And he's such a good pro. You try and put the referee off. It's that simple. If the referee's good enough pro, he completely ignores it. It's that simple. Alright, how's that sound? Where? Tarantula makes me smile as the butterfly suplex into the corner. Asuka gets an ankle lock, then a sweet German suplex. She wants the Asuka lock. That's a stupid name. They've got 2 girls in here. Asuka lock, Emma lock. Right, come on. Think of something original. But yeah, that's just me. Can't get on. Referee's bumped. Dana passes a belt, I think it is, to Emma. Asuka spots it and they fight over it until the referee recovers. He doesn't disqualify either. He just goes, never mind. Let's just get on with it. That makes me smile. Emma lock has Emma tapping, but Dana gets in the ring and is ejected in a classic "you're out of there." Always makes me think of OSW with that one. The distraction means Asuka can hit a sweet spinning heel kick for the win. Check this one, 14:51. I loved it. I loved the crowd, obviously. I loved how much better I thought it was going to be. I loved that it was nice and long. I loved that it was stiff. I really genuinely enjoyed this match. And what the other thing is, of course, is that I've been an Emma fan for a long time now, and everyone knows that. And I hated what she was doing on Raw with Santino, like the comedy stuff. I love that she was able to just get in there and wrestle and show what she can do. That was great. Johnny Saint is shown on the Tron. For those who don't know who Johnny Saint is, he is one of our most accomplished wrestlers from over here. There's a guy, though, behind Johnny Saint on when they show the vid on the Tron going, who the fuck is that? Unfortunately, the majority of people in this building thought the exact same thing, because on our live thing on the Tron, the nameplate of Johnny Saint didn't come up. That's an interesting one. So it's just some guy to most people. Then a nice touch, nice touch by WWE. We then see Balor and Enzo and Cass being shown arriving. Next up was Dash and Dawson defeat Enzo and Cass in a good match to retain the NXT Tag Team Championship. Oh man, chanting along with Enzo Amore was fucking great. To be able to do it twice in the space of a week, amazing. It's quite one of those, hang on, I know all the words to this. I am emotionally invested in this as well. This is the night. Everyone knows it. All 10,000 people there. Everyone watching on the network. No, sorry, there's a bit of crash on the road down there that I can see at least 3 emergency vehicles. I'm calmly waiting for the next one to come. Yeah, everyone who's watching this, be it in the arena or on the network, knew that this was Enzo and Cass's big night, their chance to win the belts. Did they not? Enzo says if he had £1 for every time he got knocked down and didn't get back up, he'd have £0. He pulled £1 out of his pocket. That was hilarious. That was really funny. Who are you? Chants, our pretty standard British fan. But oh my god, the Enzo Amore one set to 7 Nation Army. That was good. We liked that one. That was really well done. But that chant was outdone by the Hey Jude chant. You want to Hey Jude by the Beatles? Na 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 na. Big Cass. Oh my god, I fell about. That was absolutely superb. And then they topped out one, the fans did, with which one's Dawson, which one's Dash. Which one's Dawson, which one's Dash. And then lastly, while Dawson's in the ring, it needs to be pointed out, while Dawson's in the ring, are you Dawson, are you Dawson, are you Dawson in disguise? Fucking great. These are English soccer chants, as you Americans will call it, English football chants. This is the type of thing that we chant week in, week out when we go to football. If you think it's disrespectful, yeah, go and have a go at the Japanese who sit on their hands the whole match. It's that simple. It's one of those, if you're a big brash American, you go, ooh, disrespectful fans, fuck you. How's that sound? Enzo has a Union flag as part of his dungarees. It's an easy pop, but it's still fun, and I like it. I would have liked this match more if the heels had worked the leg of Cass, because he's the injured guy, but at the same time, that was the main thing. Yeah, that was the main story going into this one, is that the mechanics had injured Cass's leg, and they didn't really focus on that until the end of the match. But holy shit, that assisted dive by Enzo made me leap out of my seat. What a truly bonkers move. Matt settled down with Enzo being the face in peril. The heels working his arm really well and utilising fast tags even. I loved how the referee wouldn't count the pinfall when Dawson had done a gourd buster. Superb, lovely little touch. Enzo gets a sick DT, hot tag to Cass. He runs round, but the heels then finally clip the leg and one of those, oh yeah, that's what we're meant to be doing, sort of things. They were to work on the leg. Lassie doesn't sell it at all when he makes his comeback, which is one of those nitpicky things that I'm always going to say. Rocket launcher, and I'm on my feet. I am on my feet because I know what that's going to be, the 3, but no, Dawson pulls Dash out, and then the heels hit the Shatter Machine to get the win at 50 minutes and 1 second. When you are emotionally invested into a wrestling match, it makes it better. This is just a fact. When you care about the outcome of a match, it makes it better. I sat there for a good 30 seconds after that 3 went down, just like this. Because I couldn't believe that they'd lost. I just couldn't believe it. It's like, but tonight's the night you win the belt, sort of thing. Yeah, match was good. More selling would have helped. In my opinion, they picked the wrong guy to injure. When they did the Big Cass injury angle, I know it was a real injury, but if it had been me, I would have taken Enzo Amore out. That way you can work over him, and then you can get the hot tag to Big Cass. Big Cass can't really play the face in power because he's so goddamn big. How does that one sound? Watching this back was great. And one last little thing before we go on is I thought that Carmella was really, really good in the cheerleader role on the outside. Next up, believe it or not, was the match that I didn't enjoy. It wasn't even a bad match. Baron Corbin defeated Apollo Crews in an all-right match, I suppose. This was the only match on the way down. Me and the lads were talking about our predictions. This is the only one that I got right. Every other one, I said I reckoned all 3 of the titles were going to change, and I reckon that Emma was going to beat Asuka by screw finish. This is the only one. I was like. Everyone else was like, no, Apollo Crews is winning this. No, Corbin's winning that one. It doesn't make, this is the night that Crews finally loses. Oh, dear me. This one never really picked up the pace for me. It felt long, even though it only went just over 10 minutes. Baron Corbin shouting how Crews should have stayed in Ring of Honor made me smile. It's one of those things, if you remember earlier on this year, we saw a backstage thing from Corbin say how he talks about how there's all these people like Finn Balor and Samoa Joe, and these are people that he's never heard of because he doesn't watch wrestling. So you can imagine that Ring of Honor's like the only indie fed that Baron Corbin's ever heard of. So Apollo Crews never actually worked in Ring of Honor as an Uhaa Nation. So it's just that made me smile. And I think that's why it was done, if that makes sense. It wasn't just a botch. Chance for this one, you're shit and you know you are, is a classic British one. Yeah, I bet people were really upset about that one. And Corbin is a wanker, na 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 na. Hey, brilliant, superb. There was a Botchmania chant, even though there wasn't a botch. That was a strange one. If there was a botch, let me know, because I didn't spot it. I've watched the match twice. Pollard moonsault off by the apron, off by Crews. Corbin wants the end of days. Crews counters, gets in Scurry in a standing moonsault, which only gets 2. End of days finishes it out of nowhere at 11:49. It's not bad, trust me, this is not a bad match. It's just that out of the 5 matches that we saw on the night, this was the worst. This show a promo by Nia Jax Vs, where she's interrupted by Scar, who gives her this creepy smile. Next, Bayley defeating Nia Jax in a superb match to retain the Women's Championships. I will say this, I think it's pretty obvious, but how fucking over is Bayley? On both shows that I went to this week, she was the most over person there, by a fucking country mile. And it's lovely on this. I don't ever want to see that promo. She talks about the essay about being women's champion. They showed it at the Brooklyn Takeover, and it was impactful. It's, oh my god, that's amazing. Yeah, and every time they've shown it since, it loses its impact. To show it here was unnecessary, in my opinion. To the utter prick in the row in front of me, yeah, you know who you are, shouting, "Who ate all the pies?" at Nia Jax. You, my friend, are the reason why girls like her get anorexia. Nice and simple. I think Nia Jax is beautiful. I have done since the first moment I saw her. I was like, oh wow, look at her. And yes, she's green. And yes, she's not the most complete wrestler or the most polished wrestler, but this is developmental, so, she's allowed to not be, in my opinion. I love her outfit as well. So. Oh, the first time we get to see it tonight. Who doesn't like, let me know in the comments for this one, especially bear in mind I'm a ring announcer, so it's one of those I just have to sort of roll with it. Who hated the 1 fall chant after it goes down? Yeah, I'm used to this. I've either put up with it or sort of tolerate it. We started doing that in UBW. Does anyone remember that? In 2008 we did that. In 2009 we did that. Our fans did that back then. Remember that? Anyway, as a ring announcer, I've done it. I've worked 2 shows. I've had it at both ones, and it's one of those. People are having fun. Just go with it. It's one of those ones. I will do it if Joanna Rose is ring announcing at PCW. I'll do it. At Future Shock, I won't do it, and it bothers me, because it's not a Future Shock thing, we don't do it there. At Progress, Jim Smallman does the, Smallman, does the ring introductions, and he doesn't even leave a gap. He makes a point of not leaving a gap, because he doesn't like it, apparently. I've heard. So that's an interesting one, isn't it? Yeah, but I'm just want to let me know in the comments, does that one bother you? Bayley, holy shit me. Hey, Bayley, ooh, I wanna know if you'll be my girl. Holy fucking shit. That went on and on and on, was deafeningly loud in the arena, was magical. The storytelling in this match, if you don't like this match, I need to know why, because I've seen so many tweets how this match fell flat, how it was shit, how it wasn't good enough, yada yada yada. This is a 4-star match for me. I fucking love the storytelling in this match. This match was everything I love about wrestling. You don't have to do the crazy spots. I mean, you're not going to go into this one expecting a reverse Rana, are you? This match had great storytelling. Bayley knows that she can't beat Nia Jax at the power game, so she doesn't even bother trying. She tries a submission every chance she gets. So she gets the Dragon Sleeper and she gets a triangle choke in the early goings. Of course, it's not enough, and Nia Jax uses the one, her main weapon, which is her fucking power. Jax is able to hit 3 Samoan drops, and then we get some more storytelling, because Nia Jax could have won this match, but she did the Chris Jericho cocky cover. She didn't hook the leg, right? And when she does another 3 leg drops, including, this is a little nitpick, but remember I've told you guys the referee calls the matches for the women, yeah? You see Nia Jax do 2 leg drops. She rolls Bayley over to cover her. You hear the referee say, do a 3rd one. So she rolls her over again, so she's on her back, and does a 3rd leg drop. Things like that are things that I absolutely fucking hate noticing. Trust me, I do. Yeah, but once again, she goes for a cover. She puts her hands on Bayley's chest. She doesn't hook the leg. So when Bayley kicks out, it's your fucking fault, girl. That is good storytelling. Trust me, it is. She slams. She gets caught. Nia Jax gets caught in a choke, right? She slams out of it. She does it again, slams out of it. But on that one, and this is probably my favourite moment in wrestling, right? So another English soccer chant or football chant is "Stand up if you hate insert thing." I've heard it at Anfield. I've been to Liverpool for Man U. So the whole fucking Anfield, 45,000 people, stand up if you hate Man U, stand up, etc. You can probably hate inserted with every football team ever. So Man United probably started out for Liverpool, yeah? So while Bayley's got this fucking guillotine choke on, stand up if you love Bayley. 10,000 people, straight up, shouting it, because we want Bayley to win. It was heartwarming, is the word that comes to my head. It was glorious, it was wonderful. One more choke, this one gets Jax to the mat, and gets the submission win at 13:25. Good length, amazing crowd, obviously, lovely, wonderful, perfect storytelling. Reminded me of Vader versus Sting back in the early 90s. Proof once again, as I said a moment ago, you don't need to have all these crazy spots to have a great match. Just tell a story out there. As long as your audience are emotionally invested in the characters, then it doesn't matter, does it? That's why I'll always choose storytelling over moves. Stories make sense and matter to people. Flips of meh, who cares? And in our main event, Finn Balor defeating Samoa Joe in a great match to retain the NXT Championship. These two won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Tournament together, and then Joe turned on Balor. The match graphics says Samoa Joe with an O instead of an A, that's quite funny. I put a tweet out as Joe was making his way to the ring, saying, please, 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 be the demon. And yes, fucking boss! Finn Balor came out as a demon. He came out as just in his jacket on Saturday because it was a house show. This time he came out not only as the demon, but he came out as Jack the Ripper. Now once again, I keep saying this one, don't I? But I can see how people would be bothered by this one. Jack the Ripper, of course, was a real person, murdered 5 prostitutes. I can see people going, why is he comparing himself to that? But I was also not giving a flying fuck. It was just the fact he was as the demon. Fucking great. And doing that entrance with him, raising your arms, amazing. So good, so good. This is an awesome chant before the bell. No, I didn't join him. The crowd are split as both men as they brawl on the outside. It's everything we wanted, and on the package before the match, Finn said, this is personal. So we don't want wrist locks and we don't want technical wrestling. We want these two to beat the piss out of each other, and they do. Hooray! We like this a lot. Finn wants the coup de grace on the steps. It misses, so Joe can hit an uranagi on the outside. In the ring, Joe lays in with big punches and a big enziguri, and then a net wrench, and then a big boot in the corner. Joe misses a senton, allowing Balor to leap off the ropes and hit a nice kick, but Joe comes back with a suicide dive to the outside. This is wrestling. Good work, London. Well done. You finally learned. Joe stays on the offense, hitting a powerbomb, and then he turns into a Boston Crab, which he then turns into a crossface, which he turns into a modified Rings of Saturn. Ah, happy days. Balor gets to the ropes and is able to get a DDT to give the men some breathing time. Joe goes up top, hits an enziguri, which knocks him to the outside, so Balor hits a pescada, followed by a double stomp as Joe gets back in the ring. It gets 2. Finn lays in some serious hits, and a sling blade. Well, I always call that a switchblade, and I don't know why. Joe comes back with a senton. He wants the muscle buster. Balor counters and rolls through for 2. Pele kick. A second one is countered into a Coquina clutch. Balor gets through the ropes. He gets to the apron. Joe grabs him by the head and pulls him back into the ring and puts the clutch on again. That was great. Balor rolls through into a double stomp, another sling blade, a trifecta of corner drop kicks, puts Joe in position for the coup de grace. He climbs, but Joe gets up. He wants a muscle buster. Balor counters. Joe counters whatever it was he was going for, hits a Pele kick, wants a super muscle buster. Balor is able to counter, hit the coup de grace, and it's over at 18 minutes and 20 seconds. This was brilliant. Both watching it live, watching it back the next day, or today as it actually was. Fucking great. As I said at the start, you don't want technical wrestling on a match like this. You want these two to beat the snot out of each other, to beat the shit out of each other. Whichever way you want to put it, you don't want it to be a technical match, and it wasn't. It really wasn't. These two beat the fuck out of each other, and because of that, I fucking adored it. It was absolutely fucking superb. 4.5 stars from me. There wasn't anything on this takeover like the Brooklyn one. I always seem to come back to a takeover respect. It was the same. You know, there wasn't the moment of Bayley winning the championship, or there wasn't the fact that we got to see the fucking Liger or anything like that. But in ring, this was almost faultless. I mean, the worst match was a 2-star match. And I bet people rated that one higher than me. I bet you did. But yeah, I mean, look at the match ratings, all from top to bottom, fantastic. This was a 9 out of 10 show. Literally, I have one nitpick. Just one, right, guys? And that was the entranceway. If it was up to me, there would have been a proper big entranceway to make it feel like a big deal. That little tiny little thing didn't feel like a big deal. That is my only complaint about this show. It was amazing to see it live. To be able to see NXT twice in a week was fantastic. I can't recommend, if they come over again, when they come over again, go to see one of the shows. Even if it's just to go to one of the house shows, it was worth it. It's absolutely fucking great. Ladies and gentlemen, what did you think of NXT Takeover London? I'd love to know down below what you thought. Am I wrong about the chants? Am I wrong about the matches? Let me know. Am I right? Let me know. Check me out on Twitter. Check out my Facebook page. All that jazz. I don't know when my next vid's going to be because I'm off to Barcelona on Monday for Christmas. So I suppose I'm going to have to do Armageddon 2005 when I get home. That'd be a bit of a pain, won't it? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Take it easy. Hey, loud engine. And I'll see you later. Good night.